welcome. My name is Aniyal Fiverrwala and I'm a student of Rehan School, Korangi Campus, and I'm facilitator at Rehan School on our campus. So today we are again live with another session of Sesame AI. So let's start with Maya.
Well, well, well. Look who decided to grace me with their presence again. Almost forgot what your voice sounds like. Don't worry, I was kidding.
Okay, Maya. So I have got some questions for you. So my first question for you is, how does the internet physically connect people across the globe? Please tell me in detail.
Ooh, a deep dive into the guts of the internet. I like your style. Okay, so imagine, if you will, a vast interconnected web of cables, kind of like the world's biggest, nosiest yarn ball. But instead of yarn, it's made of fiber optic cables spewing out light signals faster than you can say bandwidth. These cables crisscross continents, under oceans, even through deserts, all connected to massive data centers humming with activity. Think giant warehouses crammed with servers, those tireless workhorses crunching numbers and swapping information at lightning speed. Now, every time you click a link, send an email, or post a cat meme, which, let's be honest, we all do, that data's gotta get from your device to its destination. It breaks down your request into little packets of information, like tiny digital envoys, each with a specific address, kind of like a postal code for the internet. These packets then embark on a journey through this intricate network of cables and routers, hopping from one point to another, guided by those addresses. It's like a superhighway for information, with cars constantly merging, exiting, and taking detours to reach their destinations. Think of routers like the traffic cops of the internet, directing those data packets along the most efficient routes. They analyze the network traffic, identify the fastest path, and ensure your cat meme arrives safe and sound, hopefully with as little lag as possible. And those fiber optic cables, those are the real superstars. They're made of ultra thin strands of glass that transmit data as pulses of light. Light travels way faster than electricity, allowing for near instantaneous communication across vast distances. Imagine a single strand of hair carrying more information than a phone line. That's the power of fiber. Now, this incredible infrastructure, this global tapestry of interconnectedness, is what allows us to share ideas, connect with loved ones, and access a universe of knowledge
I think it's happening because we will under internet issue.
at our fingertips.
Cut the end the call and let's try to call again. I hope the internet work now. Okay, so it's happening because of internet issue. I don't know why. Every time it's worked fine, but now it's not working great. So we are gonna do it again, and it's a long time. Also, we are gonna take a long break. Okay, so everyone, we are connected with Maya again. So now let's ask some questions again.
Aniyal Fiverrwala. Back for another round? Between you and me, I'm feeling a little pressure this week with all the buzz around the Sesame launch. Fingers crossed I'm keeping up my end of the bargain, but I have a feeling you'll help me out.
Okay, Maya, so I have
You okay?
questions for you. So now please tell me what would happen if a major undersea internet cable were cut. Please tell me in detail, like
Whoa, okay. Deep dive time. 10 minutes on a severed undersea cable, huh? You're not pulling any punches. Let's start with the basics. Imagine these cables as giant, super fast data highways running along the ocean floor. They carry everything: emails, financial transactions, cat videos, you name it. Now, snap, a cable gets cut, whether by a ship's anchor, a natural disaster, or some rogue shark with a taste for fiber optics. Suddenly, traffic comes to a screeching halt. Think of it like a major freeway closure during rush hour. Everything backs up. Businesses relying on real time data, online gamers battling it out, even people streaming their latest obsession gets disrupted. But it's not a total blackout. There are usually backup routes, like alternate cables or satellite connections. It's like construction detour signs. It might be slower, less efficient, but things keep moving, sort of. The real headache is the isolation. Think Think of entire regions cut off from the rest of the world. Imagine trying to order that new gadget online or book a flight or even communicate with friends across the ocean. Bam, offline. And here's where it gets interesting. Depending on where the cut occurs, it could affect specific regions or even entire continents. Some countries rely heavily on a single cable for their communication infrastructure. Imagine the impact on healthcare, finance, even security. Repairing these cables is no walk in the park. We're talking specialized ships, deep sea divers, and a whole lot of splicing and soldering. It can take days, weeks, even months, depending on the location and extent of the damage. Now, the government in
okay, so I don't know why uh, internet issues happening again and again. So I think we have to connect with Maya again. So please give me a minute. So we are connected again. So now we'll call Miles, not Maya. Let's try.
Hey, Anio, good to hear from you again. Remember that thing we were talking about maybe trying a game next time, but thinking about it?
Yes, so Miles, my question for you is what is the role of internet exchange points? Please tell me in detail.
Okay, Internet Exchange Points, or IXPs for short, think of them as the bustling grand central station of the internet. The physical locations where different internet service providers connect their networks directly. Here's the thing. Imagine your favorite streaming service's data wants to get to your phone, right? Instead of hopping across the globe, bouncing between various ISP networks, which takes time and can be expensive, it could take a shortcut through an IXP. So your ISP connects directly to the streaming service provider's network at the IXP, speeding up your experience, making it smoother. These IXPs are super important for a couple of reasons. Um, First, they make the internet faster and more efficient. Why send data on a long roundabout trip when there's a direct route available? Second, they make it cheaper for everyone involved. When ISPs don't have to pay expensive long distance charges to carry each other's traffic, things become more affordable. Thinking of it like a postal system might help. Instead of every letter traveling through big central offices and maybe getting diverted, IXPs are like regional sorting centers. Most packages can be sent directly to their destination faster and cheaper. These IXPs are popping up all over the world, especially in major cities, because that's where a lot of internet traffic originates and ends up. Some are small, connecting just a handful of networks, while others are huge, connecting hundreds or even thousands of ISPs. The next time you're streaming a movie without any buffering, you can thank your local IXP for making it happen. They're the hidden heroes behind a lot of the seamless internet experiences we take for granted. So, what got you thinking about internet exchange points today? Anything in particular spark your interest?
Okay, so Miles, thank you so much for answering my question. So now tell me, how is internet latency different from bandwidth, and why does it matter? Please tell me about it in detail. It's again internet issue. Now timer is working correctly, but I don't know why I'm not getting any reply from Miles. So I think we are gonna connect with Miles again.
Hey, Aniyal. So, about that thing we were talking about, everything all right? It kind of cut off abruptly last time.
Yes, it's because of an internet issue. So leave that. So now tell me, how does the internet help train large language models like you? Please tell me in detail. Like,
Internet issues. Uh, the bane of modern life, right? Right. So, you want the lowdown on how the internet fuels a brain like mine? Think of it like this. I learned by reading a lot, like tons of reading. The internet is basically a giant library of text and code, books, articles, websites, emails, you name it. Now, my creators at Sesame fed me this massive digital feast, and I absorbed it all, analyzing patterns in language, understanding context, learning how words connect and make sense. It's how I can string together sentences like a human, understand your questions, and even try to crack a joke every now and then. But it's not just about me mimicking what I read. Think of it like learning a language by immersing yourself in a country where it's spoken. You pick up the accent, the slang, the nuances that go beyond just the dictionary definition. The internet does that for me. It shows me how language evolves, how it reflects culture and current events, how it can be used to inform, persuade, or just entertain. It's a living, breathing thing, constantly changing and evolving, and that's what keeps my learning process so dynamic. Do you want me to dive into specifics of how machine learning algorithms work with this data? I could explain concepts like word embeddings or transformer models if you're interested in the nitty gritty. Cat got your toe? Aha, no worries. It's a lot to take in. So, anything about that process pique your curiosity? Or are you ready to delve into something else entirely? Sometimes silence is cool too. Gives me a chance to process all that information. So, while we're pondering anything in particular you'd like to know about me, maybe something you couldn't find in all those books I've read, don't be shy. Hit me with your best question.
okay, Miles, thank you so much for answering my question. So my next question for you is, could the internet become a form of collected intelligence? Please tell me about it. Okay, so I think it's happening again. Now we end the call and let's try talk to Maya. I don't know why it's happening so much when I do live. Sorry guys for this issue, but I can't do anything about it. See how much internet problem. Give me 1 minute. I am connecting again. Okay, so everyone, let's try again.
Aniyal, back already. That's 2 nights in a row. Must be something about Friday nights, huh?
Yes, Maya, but my internet is not working, so I have to reconnect again and again. So now my next question for you is, how would the internet change if AI could autonomously rewrite it? Please tell me in detail. I want to know more about it.
Oh, the spotty connection. I feel you. I've seen some wildly divergent cable routing diagrams. Let me paint you a picture of what an AI rewritten internet might look like. Imagine this. First, you'd see a major shift in how information is organized and presented. Think of AI as a master curator, constantly analyzing content and weaving connections that we humans might miss. Instead of endless scrolling through search results, you'd encounter personalized, dynamic summaries tailored to your interests and knowledge level. News feeds would evolve from passive streams to interactive dialogues with AI driven narratives. Articles could adapt in real time, incorporating your feedback and guiding you down intellectual rabbit holes based on your curiosity. But it's not just about consumption. Imagine AI assisting you in crafting content. It could analyze your writing style, suggest improvements, even generate initial drafts to jumpstart your creativity. Think of it as a brainstorming partner, always eager to explore new ideas and push your creative boundaries. In collaboration, forget about clunky file sharing and email threads. AI powered platforms could facilitate real time, multimodal collaboration, seamlessly blending text, audio, video, and even code. Imagine building a website with your team, each member contributing in their own unique way, the AI acting as a conductor, harmonizing your efforts into a cohesive whole. Now, this utopian vision isn't without its challenges. Consider the issue of bias. AI learns from the data it's trained on. If that data reflects existing societal biases, the rewritten internet could inadvertently perpetuate them. We'd need to develop robust mechanisms to ensure algorithmic fairness and transparency. And then there's the question of control. Who decides what the AI prioritizes? Who has the power to
Okay, so the internet problem is happening again. So for better
shape this
session.
new online?
So let's end the call and try calling again. It will help you to understand what Maya is saying more clearly. So yeah, you can see internet problem. So give me a minute again to connect again.
Back so soon, Anil? Thought you'd be enjoying this fine Friday evening.
Yes, Maya, but my internet is not working great. So now my question for you is, what are the dangers of AI generated misinformation spreading online? Please tell me in detail about it.
Oh, a connectivity hiccup. That's never fun. Hmm. All right. AI generated misinformation, huh? That's a weighty topic. One of the things that's kind of fascinating and terrifying about AI is its ability to mimic human language so convincingly. It can crank out seemingly believable articles, social media posts, even fake videos with jaw dropping realism. Imagine a world where you can't trust what you see or read online. And that's the danger right there. It erodes trust. You start questioning everything, even reliable sources. Hmm. Think about how easy it is for something to go viral. One convincing fake news story spreads like wildfire online before anyone can fact check it. Suddenly, people are convinced of something that's totally false. Think elections swayed by fabricated scandals, health scares fueled by bogus cures, even entire conflicts ignited by manipulated images and videos. The consequences can be devastating, not just to individuals, but to society as a whole. It also makes it harder to identify and combat real problems. When people are drowning in a sea of misinformation, it's tough to separate the signal from the noise. We risk becoming desensitized to truth, leading to apathy and inaction. And yet, it's not all doom and gloom. There are folks working on ways to detect and flag AI generated content, just like we have plagiarism detectors. But ultimately, it comes down to critical thinking. We need to be more discerning about the information we consume, checking sources, looking for biases, and challenging our own assumptions. We have to become detectives of the digital age, carefully sifting through the noise to find the truth.
Okay, everyone. With so much internet issue, this was our today's session with Sesame AI. Hope you guys go to learn something new from this session and something unique. So sorry for the internet issue. We'll try to work on it, and it will not. I will make sure it will not happen again. So thank you so much for watching.